Hello everyone and welcome to another history video. So today we're taking a look at Yuffie Hammertime in history format. So we're going to be playing with the new card that just came out. This was just added today, which is supposed to be a commander card called Yuffie Materia Hunter. And I think this card is very good in a Hammertime deck because it has Ninjutsu 2, stats of 3/3, and when this card enters, you gain control of target non-creature artifact for as long as you control the Yuffie. Then you may attach an equipment you control to this card. So why this card is really sick is because it can kind of dodge some of the instant speed removal spells. So for example, let's say they have a Fatal Push, they want to get rid of a card that's already attached with the Hammertime. When they use that, you can ninjutsu to kind of avoid that card and then equip the card onto this card. But let's say if opponent has a blocker. If opponent has something like a Psychic Frog and then you attack with 2 cards and opponent blocks one with the Psychic Frog, and now you can flash in a Colossus Hammer trying to kill the Psychic Frog, but if opponent doesn't want that, opponent can Fatal Push the creature that has the Colossus Hammer that's attached to save the Psychic Frog. But now you have the option to use the Yuffie to ninjutsu the other card and then attach the Colossus Hammer that's about to fall off from the Fatal Push. So these are kind of the choices that you can make with the Yuffie, which is actually pretty interesting. So I think this card is pretty flexible because you can even steal opponent's artifacts as well. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some History Battle 3 to show you guys what it does. So let's hop on over. Okay, there we go. I think I'll bottom a mountain. And we'll start with the Mother of Brune. Okay. I'll fetch immediately. Play the Fervent Champion. And the Esper Sentinel. I guess I should have actually done it the other way around. Seems like they have like a removal spell, but maybe they actually have like a board wipe, potentially. Yeah. It seems like they have a board wipe, which isn't good. What is this? Huh. If this artifact is untapped, that player draws an additional card. Alright. So these are both tap lands. Play this, and hopefully I can strike them with the Leyline Axe next turn. The Howling Mine. The Unstoppable Slasher. Drawing a lot of lands for a deck with only 20. What's going on here? Guess I'll just attack both. I think I just kind of want to deal as much damage as possible. And I'll just... Do I even care about this card, actually? I don't think I care about it too much. Come on. Draw me something good. Howling Mine. We've only drawn lands. Okay, opponent's tutoring for something. Oh? Okay. This is lethal damage, even with the Inkbot Nexus. Should we try to win with the poison counters? I think we should. Yeah, I think we should. Wait, they're just gonna die to damage though. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's so that's how it looks when somebody dies with the infect counters. Let's have a Surge of Salvation. Let's have a Surge of Salvation. Like maybe Fragment Reality. Mono black. Howling Mine mono black. I mean, Esper Sentinel seems really good. I don't think we care about the Shadow Spear too much. Dragonfire Blade seems incredible against them. What to cut? One last card. I can maybe see myself going down on a land. But that's probably too greedy as a 20 land deck. Is it actually? What to cut? I can see myself maybe going down on a cloud. Alright. Seems decent. I'll just play Mother of Runes and pass. Edict. Okay. I was thinking maybe I should save like Surge of Salvation with the Mother of Runes, but like for turn 2, but I felt like it was gonna be too slow. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with the Stoneforged Armor here. Just in case like Stoneforged Mystic dies, I can equip it to the Ornithopter here. I could also maybe try to wait until... Oh yeah, wait a minute. I can do this, actually. And now we have a Surge of Salvation. Oh, that is sick. Maybe like a board wipe coming. Oh, Rankle. That is not a card that I've seen in a long time. Draw a card and sacrifice a card. Sure. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are one of dying. think I'll just play the Stoneforge Mystic. Grab a Dragonfire Blade. Okay, GG's. Oh, wow. It's not bad. Play the Fervent Champion turn 1, equip it and attack. Next turn I play Sunbaked Canyon and crack. We could just, you know, draw like Colossus Hammer, just win the game instantly too. That's a thing. So this is a wizard. I'll play this out. Kind of a bad hand if you ask me. We see a Yuffie with 0 creatures on the battlefield. Feels a bit bad. I could just play this out and then this would become a 4/4 trample with double strike, but the thing is they could have like a Flame of Anor. And they have a lot of like damage spells, so maybe I just draw, I don't know. We're drawing pretty poorly. Dreadhorde Arcanist. I think that actually might be a wrap. Yeah, we just drew too many lands. 5 lands. Not very good. Rest in peace. Portable Hole. Fragment Reality. Search of Salvation. Let's get rid of a Stoneforged Armor. Cloud. These are all good cards. Maybe I'm bringing a little bit too much. I hate to cut the Ornithopter, but we are bringing a lot of removal spells. Yeah, let's actually do that. Okay. Got some creatures. Mother Rune. Ornithopter. A tap land in a Mother of Runes meta. In a Mother of Runes meta. I mean, there's actually no point not using this, right? Since we have Mother of Runes. Ponder. Into a teaching. Give me a hammer, please. Okay. Maybe I should have more Esper Sentinels against this kind of matchup. You know? Yuffie here would also be really good. Right? Haha, that's funny. I mean, I got to draw a card, so that's good. I got to draw a card. Okay, we got Yuffie. Another Ribble Shanty. Oh, that's actually really good. It sucks that we're not equipping like a better card compared to Shadow Spear, but we have a Surge of Salvation, so... Okay. Let's see if they block. Okay. I don't think that was too bad. Maybe, I mean, maybe I could have Portable Hold, but I think they would have just still Lightning Bolted there anyways. And Yuffie would have become like, you know, a little bit like neutered. Okay. We're drawing a little bit too many lands. Okay, Inkmod Nexus, pretty good. I think what I'll probably do is I'll play the Leyline Axe this turn and then... I'll Portable Hole. Right, I'm gonna Portable Hole here. Then I'm going to play Leyline Axe and pass a turn. Okay, we have a Colossus Hammer, so should be okay. We equip the Shadow Spear and attack. Does that make sense? Nah, we have to equip a Leyline Axe if I want to kill the Symmetry Sage, right? In case the Inkmod Nexus does end up dying. Target equipment you control perpetually gains equip 1. I mean, they could have, like... Oh right, I forgot the equipment bot Nexus actually doesn't deal damage. Okay, it's okay. Playing with the infect is a little bit confusing. It's definitely a little bit confusing. Okay, they have to have two instantly removals. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay. Okay, in fact, not as good as I thought. Not as good as I thought, especially when opponent's like already low on life total. And it does seem like our deck is a little bit... Maybe it has a little bit too many lands. But it could be variance thing at the moment. It could just be a variance thing. Oh my god, look at my one drops. Okay, maybe we actually need like a way to get rid of like a Chalice the Void in the sideboard. Maybe potentially after this. Okay. Play the Sigarda's 8, turn 1. The problem here is turn 2, because I don't really want to play the Stoneforge Mystic because that's my only creature. Especially with like two of these like protection spells. That's kind of my issue right now. I hope I draw another creature. Otherwise, we might not be able to play the Stoneforge Mystic turn 2. Okay, Portable Hole actually solves it. Since we have a little bit more to do here. Another Soul Scar Mage. Into a Teaching. Oh, Kemba's Outfitter, that's really good. Okay, we're gonna flash in Dragonfire Blade because this is hexproof from mono colored. I wonder if Shadow Spear in this case is better. Nah, Colossus Hammer has to be better, right? Arcanist. That is a little bit scary, though. That is actually a little bit scary. Double Strike. I mean, sure, I'll just take the 6. Okay. That was pretty sick. So, I hadn't realized how many 1-drops I play, and we actually don't have a way to get rid of things like Chalice of the Void. Maybe I actually want Felia, because it's also a creature. Maybe something like that? Alright, ooh. I quite like almost everything, except like maybe a couple here. So this is a Val combo deck. I guess I'm just playing out a Fervent Champion. Fervent Champion. Let's go Fervent Champion. The problem is, this deck opponent's playing has a lot of like life gains and stuff, which is like not good. This hand would have been great if I started with the Leyline Axe, since I would have just won the game if I just went Sigarda's 8, Colossus Hammer for 22 damage. But now we could potentially die next turn. Okay, so I wonder if it's actually better to just not play the hammer. Not play the hammer. Play the Kamba. I guess that doesn't really make sense. Because they already have so many blockers anyways. I just need to top deck like a Shadow Spear or Stoneforge Mystic or Cloud. I think that's how we're gonna win here. Unless we already lost. But like I said, like if we had the Leyline Axe start, we would have just won the game here. A shame, really. What if they whiffed with the Birthing Ritual? Then you have to block with a Trelasara? I feel like that one damage is so negligible that they shouldn't have risked that, right?
Fight beside me, brother.
Okay, so I basically need Shadow Spear or I lose, so I'm just going to draw. I'll play another creature. Guess I'll pass. They even play Collected Company. Right, they got it. All things considered, it was actually pretty close because it was like what, 4, 5, 6 cards we could have drawn in when won the game there. All right, Portable Hole, Fragment Reality, Mother of Ruin. Does the protection do anything? It could do something. I think the protection might matter. So, Trample is pretty important in this matchup. So we're gonna keep these in. This also has Trample. I think we can like cut these cards. Flyers are relatively important. Obviously, Ninjutsu is gonna be pretty good. Esper Sentinel doesn't seem that great. Maybe I could be wrong. Okay, so interesting. Short. Birds of Paradise. Colossus Hammer. Oh, if I had just one more creature to attack with, we would win the game next turn. I mean, I wouldn't say we would win, but kind of close to winning. It would be 6 plus 16. We would be dealing 16 damage here, right? I mean, I guess we just attack. No reason not to, right? If they don't block, that we win. Okay. We go to easy game 3. Okay, like I said, the dream here is a Leyline Axe into a Fervent Champion into a Hammer. Question is, do we want Esper Sentinel? Do we want Esper Sentinel here? The thing is, I don't think we can afford to have Esper Sentinel. We need the removal spell against them. Alright, so we see Fervent Champion. We see a 1-lander though. We also see a Portable Hole. So we just need 1 land, right? We just need 1 land. I think this hand is feasible. Excellent. So my plan is equip the Fervent Champion to the Hammer, and then I'll tutor for Shadow Spear and then equip it to the Fervent Champion. Right? So we'll start with the Kemba's Outfitter. I'll even play the Ornithopter just in case. I might go like Portable Hole here. As long as this card is the top card you may cast. I see. Definitely interesting card. I think we just equip the hammer here. And attack. And next turn we Stoneforge Mystic for a Shadow Spear and win the game. This is actually an interesting card. It's actually quite good. Alright, I think that is GG's. This is why Fervent Champion is so good in this deck, by the way. Yeah, this is like a Fervent Champion showcase instead of Yuffie. To be fair, Yuffie hasn't really been showing up. That's the thing. The only time Yuffie showed up was when we had 0 creatures. You know? Alright, GG's. Alright, this is the last game. Yuffie needs to show up. Yuffie needs to show up here. Come on, it's the last game. Oh man. Playing the Fervent Champion here is so like Like, okay, I mean, I have to do it. Like, I really want to just play Fervent Champion, but it's just gonna die. Okay, it's an Eldrazi deck. It's an Eldrazi deck. So, I guess I should have equipped the Fervent Champion there. Whatever. I mean, maybe they don't have anything. Maybe opponent doesn't have anything here. Okay, so they have exactly X equals 1 to use the thing. I would love to equip the stone. Oh, actually, I mean, Arena is telling me there's nothing. I mean, I gotta abuse it, right? Okay, opponent's at 5. And we can just play Fervent Champion, and like even if this board gets wiped, we have a Fervent Champion plus a Stoneforged Armor. Oh man. Right. Is that enough? Okay, so opponent goes to 12. Opponent goes to 12. I don't think it's lethal. Wow. I need 2 more damage. Not like this. Not like this. We flooded. How are we so good at flooding? How are we so good at flooding? Wait, does that actually still work? Does this trade? I'm actually confused. Let me see. It's been such a long time since the double striker attacked against the first striker. So like I don't know. I should have attacked with the Mother of Runes. I'm dumb. Wait, that doesn't work. I'm bad. For some reason I thought this was like a 4 attack. Oh no. Okay, we're making mistakes. We're making mistakes. We are making mistakes here. Ah, boy. We are making mistakes. I guess we need like a Dragonfire Blade. Oh no. I think it's over actually. I actually think the reason why we lost, like despite us misplaying that turn, because we played Mother of Runes on turn 1 instead of a Fervent Champion, we lacked the damage. Right? We actually lacked damage there. Haha, deja vu. Okay, alright. Alpine Moon. White Orchid Phantom. Fragment Reality. Maybe. And we're gonna need Thalia for Bouncing Chalice. Mother Rune out. Dragonfire Blade out. Cloud out. Ornithopter's out. I think that's it. Maybe I'll cut like one copy of Yuffie. Yeah, Yuffie Showcase, by the way. I mean, at least the rest of the deck is working. That's good to see. At least that's good to see. So I'm going to get the Philly out. I'm going to White Orchid Phantom the Eldrazi Temple. Actually, I have a Alpine Moon. Which one's better? Alpine Moon means that I can kind of set up for Yuffie. I could also Stoneforge Mystic. Let's just White Orchid Phantom. Just set up the land destruction loop. It would be great if I draw one land. Yeah, it would be actually pretty good if I draw one land here. Ugin's Lab. Ugin's Lab. Alright. One land was really good. So I'll start with the Alpine Moon. In case they have another Kha'Zix command. Maybe I shouldn't have actually gone to combat. I should have played a Stoneforge Mystic in case the White Orchid Phantom dies. Okay, opponent got rid of that instead, sure. Two, three, four, five. Okay, let's grab a Colossus Hammer. So opponent has 6 mana now. Since saying that they had 2 Kha'Zix commands there. Rumble. They have a Kha'Zix Return. A Fervent Champion. Alright, so I'll play the Colossus Hammer first. I'll probably just attack with the Yuffie. At least we get to see some Yuffie action here. That's good. It's probably better to balance the White Orchid Phantom, right? So I can just use the White Orchid Phantom again. Boseiju. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, actually. If so, I should have actually bounced the Stoneforge Mystic. Mistakes were made. Myco spawn. Yeah, things aren't going as well as I hoped, right? Things are not going as well as I hoped. Sigarda Zaid. Yeah, if I actually bounced the Stoneforge Mystic, we actually might have had a chance this game, but as it stands, it's pretty bad. And also, opponents playing a Eldrazi version that's playing like a lot of enchantment hates, like the 7-mana Eldrazi, and they even have a few Boseijus probably as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, they just have way too much mana, so this sucks. This sucks, right? I think it's the double Kha'Zix command that did it. Yeah, I think that it's the double Kha'Zix command that did it. I mean, let's attack. I should save this, since I can play all three at the same time. And especially if I get a hammer. Maybe the hand that I had was a mulligan. I mean, then I have to go to 5, I don't know. I'm guessing the stomping ground is Kha'Zix Return. No, it's an Unholy Heat. Well, this isn't looking good. Guess I'll just have this played. Yeah, this is the problem. Like, they have too many artifact enchantment hates. Alright, GG's. Alright, so we took a look at this deck today. Yuffie was a little bit shy. We never really got to see this card. Like, unless it was times when there were no creatures on the battlefield for us to ninjutsu, or we just didn't have any, like, artifacts on the battlefield that the Yuffie can abuse. I do feel like that's a bit unlucky what happened. I don't really think it's, like, the fault of this card at all. I actually think this card is pretty good. Like, what are the chances of you not having a Leyline Axe on battlefield, or Stoneforge Armor, Shadow Spear, Dragonfire Blade, or Colossus Hammer, things like that? Like, especially with the 5 copies of tutor spells. So today's session, the card just kind of didn't show up too much when it was relevant. And the one time it actually showed up, where we could have actually ninjutsu'd in a Colossus Hammer, my opponent had a Boseiju. But as for the rest of the deck, I think the rest of the deck was fantastic, by the way. I think we have a really, really good synergy. Potentially, so I did actually add 2 copies of Felia into the sideboard, but potentially you might actually want 2 copies of Felia in the main board. The reason why I actually put this card in is for the Chalice of the Void. The Eldrazi's do run some Chalice of the Void on the sideboard. The Felia can bounce it, but the Felia can also, in our deck, bounce things like White Orchid Phantom, Stoneforge Mystic, Cloud, Yuffie, Kemba's Outfitter. So the card actually has quite a bit of targets in the deck as well. So potentially it could be like a main board card, but I have it in the sideboard for now. Funny enough, the Mother of Barun, this card is really, really good against targeted removals, but it's actually really, really bad against Eldrazi. The other card that you could have played instead is a Giver of Boons. If I had Giver of Boons, I would have actually beaten that Eldrazi deck, giving it protection from colorless. But the Mother of Barun actually doesn't do that, so that was kind of the downfall with this card against the Eldrazi. Against things like mono black, wizards, things like that, the Mother of Barun is really, really good for that purpose. As for some of the other flex cards, like Fervent Champion, I think Fervent Champion was absolutely insane today. Except for the Eldrazi matchups, I do think the Eldrazi matchup should be easy. The matchup actually should be easy if you just draw your curve. It's just that game 2, we mulliganed to 6 cards, and we kept a decent hand with 2 lands with only 2 drops. So we actually didn't start with any 1-drops there. And then in game 1, we weren't able to find Stoneforge Mystic, Cloud to get our Colossus Hammer. So, and we drew like 5 lands there against an Eldrazi opponent. So, speaking of the lands, so we are playing 20 lands, but oftentimes I am drawing like 4 to 5 lands every single game. Potentially you're supposed to be playing like maybe 18 copies of lands instead of 20 copies. If the deck actually had something like an Urza Saga, we can run things like 16 lands, but we don't really have that luxury. So yeah, I think the deck was sweet. Even without Yuffie, I was just kind of hoping that this card actually showed up a little bit more. I think the card is sweet. Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate video today, but I think I was able to showcase literally everything else of the deck. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all next one. Bye-bye.